What's good, young boys, young girls, and all my non-binaries out there? It's your boy, Dallas Gamer, back in the building. You know what I'm saying? It's been about a month since I last uploaded. Only reason I came back is I have something to say to Nova Online right now. I just seen a Kiwi Taste video on this guy, and he keeps popping up in my for you page or whatever, my home page on YouTube. I don't know why. But this video is very specifically aimed towards him, okay? Other people, viewers, you are very much welcome to watch and hear what I have to say to him. If your attention span is up, maybe I go 10 minutes, maybe I go 5. I just want to be very clear in what I say to this man, okay? Alright, Nova. First thing is first, I will not judge you on your kinks. What you like is what you like. As long as it doesn't affect minors, as long as it's legal and it doesn't hurt anybody. So those first two really kind of coincide with each other. Minors especially for you, because you keep trying to have these little girls become your mommy. Your mommy, Dom? Negative. Gotta cut that. I'm gonna talk to you like you're a man. Because you know what, Nova? You're not an online figure, you're a man. Nova, you're not a little kid anymore. You're a man now. Nova, we're around the same age. I'm 23. I'm turning 24 in 2026. Nova, you're a grown man. You're Nova, you're in your 20s now. You can't keep doing the same thing as you were doing when you were a little kid, which is people who aren't minors, children. You know, the ones who are the future of our civilization, which is why we should protect them. We should not be being a predator towards these children. We shouldn't be dragging these children into our kinks or whatnot. We shouldn't be dragging children into grown people business because they aren't grown. And you know that. Nova, when you were a kid, maybe you stinking wasn't wasn't a big deal because you're a kid. I'm gonna be honest. When I was a kid, I didn't have anybody telling me that I needed to take a shower X amount of times a week or every day. You know what I'm saying? I still thought I was a little. I still thought I was 5. I can get away with taking a bath every week. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn the hard way, be getting bullied, but I got over that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man now. I'm not complete. I'm still growing. Just as everyone watching the video is still growing, you know what I'm saying? We're humans. If we stop growing, we're stagnant. And when we're stagnant, that means that means somewhere along the line, you stop getting better, and stop getting better with yourself is, never a good thing, right? Nova, as a food critic, you suck, which is okay. You can do better. Nova, as a content creator, you really are bottom of the barrel, right? Seeing a Nova Online video might suck the wind out of somebody who enjoys live streams and whatnot. Nova, you're not very good at that. I haven't ever joined one of your live streams. Maybe I will. Maybe after this video I will. Just to tell you about yourself, because clearly nobody has before. Everybody online, all they'll do is say that you're trash and you're a predator and you shouldn't be online. All very much I very much agree with. But more than anything, Nova, I just want you to do better for yourself. You're not doing better for yourself. You're resistant to hearing this right now. Open your ears, open your mind. What I'm about to say, is about to go over a lot of people's heads because a lot of people don't think this way. But whatever you got going on is beyond mental. It's spiritual. It's in your soul. And I'm not saying that going after kids is in your soul, right? We all make mistakes, Nova. You can't keep making the same mistakes, Nova. You're a grown man. As grown men, there's consequences for our actions. There's consequences for having pedophiles and predators in our vicinity. Sorry, YouTube. There's consequences for these things. The internet has bad things to say about you, Nova, maybe because you're doing bad things. You ain't never stopped to think about that? Nova, the fact that you're putting your mother, putting her putting her house on blast online the way you're doing it, people aren't just criticizing you, they're criticizing the place that you live, where you lay your head, the wall of whatever it is. From the clips I've seen, it really does look like human excrement. Dookie. Dried up blood. There's something wrong with you. Why do I say that? Why am I making fun of Nova? No. Not right now. I could do way worse. I promise you I could do way worse. I threw my phone on the floor. That's how exasperated I am with you. Because you're a grown man. And you have on your wall where you lay your, it's not just any wall, right? Because there's a lot of people watching this video right now who don't treat the outside the way they treat their inside, who doesn't treat other people's places like they treat their own place. There's people who disrespect public property, other people's property, who are watching this video right now. Maybe they disrespect their own property, but not to the point where they're leaving themselves on the walls where they lay their head. Nova. I'm sitting here thinking, how can a man, because this is what you are, you're not a kid anymore, Nova. How can a man do something so disgusting? And this goes beyond hoarding. This goes beyond being messy. This goes beyond being a pig. Somebody who isn't tidy. People call me Asmongold because I have a WWE title on top of a fur coat. A fur coat. One of my fur coats. That isn't the only one I have. I have one hanging up right now. And I'm wearing fur adjacent right now. I don't know what you would call this. I may be getting called Asmongold for that. Asmongold, as a person, he sucks. Not his content. I can't really say anything about his content. I haven't ever really seen Asmongold's content. I've only ever seen that people call him Roach King because there's so many roaches where he lays his head at as a millionaire. Kind of crazy. Really disgusting, right? And because he's living that way, he's not a good role model, not a good example of a man. Nova, you're just as bad, maybe even worse. Because as far as we know, Asmongold isn't leaving himself on his walls. He's just leaving the things he uses on the floor. Maybe it's piling up to an absurd degree, but you ain't no better. You ain't no better. That's another thing you gotta fix. Become a little bit more clean than you are right now. And the last thing I'm gonna say, Nova, if you aren't going to leave TikTok and YouTube, get off of Discord. Get off of these get off of these sites where you're messaging people, or where minors can message you and message your community, because it isn't good. How is it not good, Dallas Gamer, you may ask, like an idiot or someone uninformed. Maybe you aren't an idiot, you're just uninformed of the situation. What Nova Online likes to do is to make Discord servers. I don't use Discord too much, right? Discord is downloading all my stuff. I maybe opened up Discord like once every 2 weeks. I have hundreds of notifications on Discord, and this isn't a flex. This is just me saying that I don't indulge. I do not indulge. Why? Because people who do indulge, like a Nova Online, is in a community with people who he has admitted himself has minors on their mind, on their brain, on their mind, right? How can you surround yourself with people who you know are terrible? Not just the things that they do, their mindset. How can you surround yourself with people who you know has CSAM content just floating around in their computer? How can you be mad at people when they look at you as the same as them? I don't even know the whole situation. All I know is that you're hanging around a group who, for whatever, I don't understand. I don't understand pedophiles. I really don't. I don't understand predators. I don't. I don't know why they do what they do. Specifically why. General ideas, right? But we don't know the why unless you talk to them. You can't be mad when somebody calls you the same thing they'll call your friends, the people you're around, the people you surround yourself with online. Because if I'm being honest, I'm looking at a lonely motherfucker who really should get off, who really should be getting offline very soon, who should not be in the public eye, who should be, you get a job and get off the internet, buddy. Because you're not good at it. Do things that you're good at. You're not a good food reviewer. You're not good for the kids you're around. The community that you have. Everything is just not good with you. The only thing good about you is the people talking about you. And that's where you're at, man. Do better for yourself. That's all I'm going to say to you. For anybody who sat through the whole video, thank you for sitting through the whole video. Talking about Nova Online for this long is draining, so I'm gonna stop now. With that being said, I'm out. Have a good day. Peace.